हेलो एवरीवन। तो इस वीडियो में हम लोग बात करेंगे एकोनाइटम नेपेलस, जो कि नंबर 1 ड्रग दे रखी है BHMS 2022 सिलेबस के अकॉर्डिंग, जो NCH ने दिया है। तो चलो देखते हैं इसको। ये एलन की नोट्स हैं, उसी के हिसाब से देंगे। तो ये फैमिली है इसकी रेनकुलेसी, कॉमन नेम इसका मॉन्कसूड है। ठीक है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन देखते हैं। इट इज़ जनरली इंडिकेटेड इन एक्यूट और रीसेंट केसेस, मतलब ये एक्यूट या जो रिसेंट इलनेस हुई है उसमें असर करने वाली दवा है। अकरिंग इन यंग पर्सन, स्पेशली गर्ल्स ऑफ फुल प्लेथोरिक हैबिट और एनर्जेटिक हु लीड अ सेडेंटरी लाइफ एंड पर्सन हु इज ईजली अफेक्टेड बाई एटमॉस्फेरिक चेंजेस। ये याद रखने वाली लाइन है। विथ डार्क हेयर एंड आइज, रिजिड मस्कुलर बॉडी जिसकी होती है उसके लिए। फिर देखते हैं इसके मेंटल क्या क्या है। Great fear and anxiety of mind with great nervous excitability, means it has fear and anxiety of mind, afraid to go out or go into a crowd where there is any excitement or many people. He is afraid to go where there are many people or to cross the street. The countenance is expressive of fear. His facial expression denotes its fear. The life is rendered miserably by fear. He lives life in a fear, and his fear about his disease prove fatal, and he predicts the day he will die. Fear of death during pregnancy. He or she also have fear of death during pregnancy. The second point is restless, anxious, does everything in great haste, means he is in hurry and does everything in fear and hurry. Must change position often, keeps changing position, everything startles him. And what Hahnemann says, whenever aconite is chosen homeopathically, you must above all observe the moral symptoms and be careful that it closely resembles them, the anguish of mind and body. It means Hahnemann emphasized the importance of matching aconite to mental symptoms like anxiety and restlessness. The mental anxiety, worry, fear accompanies the most trivial element. It's just written here. Music is she can't listen to music, makes her sad. It is written here. Now let's look to physical generals. What physical generals are given? Complaints caused by exposure to it is the remedy of exposure to dry cold air, dry north or west wind, or exposure to draughts of cold air while in perspiration, means he has problems from exposure to cold air, north or west winds, or drafts while sweating. Now let's look into next sentence. For the congestive stage of inflammation before localization takes place, means useful in early stages of inflammation before it becomes localized. Okay, pains are intolerable, they drive him crazy, he becomes very restless at night. And in female, amenorrhea and plethoric or energetic young girls after fright, means after fear, to prevent suppression. Okay, now respiratory, cough, crop, dry, hoarse, suffocating, loud, rough, croaking, hard, ringing, whistling on expiration from dry cold winds or drafts of air. Now let's look into the nervous system. On rising from a recumbent position, the red face becomes deathly pale. The red face becomes deathly pale or yellowish in color, or he becomes faint, or notable symptom, faint or giddy, and falls, and he fears to rise again, often accompanied by vanishing of sight and unconsciousness. Convulsions of teeth in children, heat jerks and twitches of single muscles. Child gnaws its fits, means eats like in mouth. Children eat fresh and screams. Skin hot and dry, high fever, and it is for high fever. And fever, skin dry and hot, as written early, skin dry and all. Face red or pale and red alternately. Burning thirst. What is notable here? Burning thirst for large quantities of cold water. It is the most important point. Okay, now intense nervous restlessness, tossing about in agony. Agony becomes intolerable towards evening and on going to sleep. Aconite should never be given simply to control the fever, never alternated with other drugs. Most important point. Aconite should never be given to simply to control the fever, never alternated with other drugs. If it be the case requiring aconite, no other drugs is needed. Aconite will cure the case. If it is given, then no other medicines will be required. It will cure the case unless indicated by exciting cause, is nearly always injurious in first stages of typhoid fever. Modalities aggravation evening and night pains are insupportable in a warm room when rising from bed lying on the factory floor. Now ameliorated by in open air. Aggravation we have seen. Now aggravation which excites the symptoms, amelioration which relieves. So in open air it is relieved. Thank you, and this is for Aconite.